Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much. Today I'm going to walk you through my very favorite topic in this universe, voice search. It's really, really fun. For those of you I haven't met yet, I'm the Senior PPC Training Manager here at Microsoft for being ads. So I'm a very proud Microsoftie and Don, as we call it. Very lucky that I get to travel all around the world to talk about SEO, PPC, and voice search. And very recently, I was honored as the #1 most influential person in PPC by PPC Hero. So let's talk voice. What are we going to cover today? Today I'm going to walk you through who's using voice and what are we using it for. Then I'll walk you through how it's different and what's the main things we should be doing about it. And then we'll go through when we can expect to see some of these changes and how. So first, let's focus on how fast it's been growing, right? Think about it. Think about your own habits. Are you using voice search quite often? Do you use something like OK Google or Cortana or Siri on a regular basis? We find that quite a lot of people have been, especially in the younger demographics. Mary Meeker's Internet Trends, do you guys read that? They come out every July-ish time, and they are always amazing. So recently I looked at her latest findings, and she herself is predicting a very steep growth in voice search. Already she pointed out some cool stats, like on Google, all of the Android devices have reported 20% of voice searches. So 20% of mobile searches done on Android devices by Google is what they're seeing coming from voice search. Pretty big growth. We see some pretty good usage of voice search at Bing's end as well via our Cortana. And Bing also powers Siri and Alexa on the Echo, so we get to see some good usage trends. Where are people using it mainly? This was a really cool study from from Thrive Analytics, and that was pointing out that most people tend to use voice search either when they're on the go, in the car, or at home. Very few people use it at work. And that makes sense. We looked at some of our use cases here internally, and what we could tell is that people tend to use it either when they can't type. So if they are driving, if they're cooking, or if they're busy doing something else, maybe like I'm watching TV, I want a second screen, I want to just talk to something quickly, I'll use my mobile phone and ask it a question. Or finally, if I'm on the go, pretty much like this slide is saying, I'm running around, I want to find, hey, where's my nearest coffee shop? I'm feeling really tired. It's raining, I want to get out of the rain. Let me go find my coffee shop. So that way, if we think about how it's being used and when, it makes a lot of sense for how it's growing. There are these new devices coming out that you can only interact with using voice. Hence, it's pretty important that we get that understanding. ComScore predict that by 2020, 50% of all search will come from voice. At first, I was like, really? Like that much? But I think it is possible. Like, think about it. Amazon Echo is in millions of households. Microsoft Windows 10, which has Cortana inbuilt, is in over 350 million active households every month. Google Home is coming out. Siri, how many Apple devices, right? How many iPhone users are there across the world? I think it's going to be pretty likely that we'll use voice. Maybe the landing page is just going to disappear. But why am I even talking about this now? Why should we think about this, whether we're doing PPC or SEO? There's still some bearing, right? We said ads don't show, a voice search is not monetized. But I'm finding this more and more often, that if I'm doing a voice search query, it's interesting the results. Let me show you. I did a search. I was on the road. I was traveling. I lost my makeup bag. So I'm like, okay, where can I find Bobbi Brown makeup in this city that I'm in that I don't know very well? So I did this search using voice on Cortana, and she brings me to a SERP page, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there are ads on this page. So whether we're monetizing, it's not being monetized, but sometimes, not all the time, ads get triggered by voice search queries. And then I said, let me see what Google's doing as well. Does it happen there? And I've talked to OK Google on the phone, and I see ads showing up all the time. The listings are slightly different. The actions are slightly different. So I think it's something we need to be paying attention to right now. So I'm going to focus mainly on Siri, Cortana, and OK Google. I won't talk about Alexa on the Echo because that's a slightly different interface. Alexa is mainly audio-based, right? There's no visual component at all. Whereas with Siri, Cortana, and OK Google, it still shows up some visual listing, so we can come across some SERPs.